I have played over 40 hours of Dragon's Dogma 2, and even though I love this game because there is so much to explore, the graphics, the gigantic flipping monsters, I still think there's a lot of you that may not like this game. Oh my gosh!
We ain't dying today!
We got this! You little bitch!
Anyways, as I was saying... Oh my god, there's another one! As I said again!
We ain't dying today!
We got this again!
Anyways, as I was saying... Oh, another one!
Okay!
We ain't done!
Hey, yes!
You is one ugly little bitch! Man, you look like MJ from Spider-Man, jeez!
Anyways, the scenery in this... I want to enjoy the scenery!
This Western Arizona looking bitch!
How many times? You like that?
So the character creation is one of the best I've seen in a long time. You can literally create any character you want. And obviously for myself, I thought, why not create the one and only Geralt of Riviere. People have created all sorts of characters, and I created Kratos, so I found it online, and he is my second character, and damn, I'm pretty proud of that. You gotta have Kratos on your team. You get to have one personal pawn in your team, which will be your right-hand man, or woman, I'm not discriminating, and they will be with you the whole game. Even if they die, you can just find a riftstone and they will automatically be revived. Which, yeah, mine died a few times. That is where you can recruit up to 2 other pawns, and just make sure you are careful with what class you choose. So at first Kratos was a fighter, and then I thought, no, I need to change him to a mage because he can heal you, he can give you elemental powers.
My magics are at your disposal. What's most effective?
So I made sure for my other pawn it was another mage, and then I did a thief or someone that was with me on the front line. You need that mage there so that they can restore your health, especially in battle. Now I started playing with the fighter, and I carried on being the fighter for the whole game. I loved it. I just wanted to be that sword and shield. I wanted to be that Geralt of Riviere. But the game gives you so much choice and basically tell you to try new classes, try new vocations. And even though I didn't, that's something that I would like to do in another playthrough. But if you do get bored on a certain vocation, you need to try something different. And I guarantee you're going to be like, wow, this plays completely different. I just loved parrying enemies with my damn shield. And jumping up and climbing onto monsters to stab them in the eye.
I shall lead the charge!
And with the fighter and all the vocations, you get to unlock different special skills, which you can assign up to 4 different skills. You could then press one of your 4 buttons depending on where you've matched that skill, and you can unleash some devastating skills.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
This just made the combat even more fun because there's so much variety. You get to fit it in with your playstyle. So for instance, I chose the airwood slash that performs a jump while slashing enemies above, and this helped with some of these annoying flipping harpies. Oh my gosh, they were so annoying. But then you can upgrade these as well, so I then upgraded it to the cloudwood slash, which improves height, distance, and increased damage, or the full moon slash, which helped a hell of a lot when there were a lot of enemies surrounding me, and this skill performs a spin attack. So if there's like 4 enemies around you, it will knock them off balance. Or my favorite skill, which was the gutting skewer, which thrusts your blade right into them and then follows up with some more attacks. If you do get bored, you can change your vocation. All you gotta do is go to a vocation guild, which is in the main towns, and you can just literally change your vocation. Make sure you put the gear that you get from that vocation in your storage. Don't sell it, because if you do want to change back to that, then you haven't got anything to kind of use. You are spoiled for choice, even though we're already spoiled in this day and age. There are 10 other vocations in the game, such as Archer, Thief, Mage, Warrior, Sorcerer, Magic Archer, Mystic Spearhead, Trickster, and Warfarer. And they all play very different, so it's all about trying them out and seeing what works for you. Obviously, I've only tried one. Your pawn can be one of 6, obviously unlike the main character. You unlock these vocations later on in the game, and at the start, you can only choose from 4: Archer, Fighter, Thief, and Mage. If there was too many options at the start, I think it's good that they start off with 4, because you can give it a try, and then as you progress through the game, you understand how it works, then you can change it if you want. But my character looked absolutely amazing. The armor, the sword, the shield, and even the hair. Oh my gosh, it makes me jealous. Yeah, that's my character. That's him. How you doing, man? You're not gonna say anything? Your protagonist is silent, which isn't a problem. It's just quite funny the way they obviously respond off your choices that you choose. But yeah, it's a silent protagonist. Doesn't matter. Just kind of stands there. You have great hair. Moving on. I enjoyed the story. It isn't a strong point for me anyway. Like, the start was good. You are the true Arisen, a figure with a unique scar and power, which means you are meant to rule. So there is an imposter you're hunting down who claims to be the Arisen, and essentially your goal is to prove you are the true Arisen and rule. And that's literally it. To be honest, I don't know if I didn't understand why. I think I lost it near the end. I didn't understand why. I don't think you played the game for the story. But it's interesting. But there is always a but. But where this game truly shines, and why I've put in over 40 hours of the game and makes me want to play a new game plus, which I can't actually do, which I'll come to near the end, which pissed me off. The combat in this game and the unexpected monsters and bosses that you come across.
Oh my gosh.
Mad! We ain't dying today!
Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage. Strike fast.
When you're traveling throughout this world and you're focusing on one quest, all of a sudden a flipping griffin will just come out of nowhere and you're just like, well, I guess I gotta change plans.
Not gonna lie, I'm getting a bit tired traveling everywhere. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? We ain't done today!
Like, it is crazy the sheer randomness that happens in the game. Like, all of a sudden, I'm going back to the town to do something, and there's a flipping dragon in the town. You have to help out. That dragon I found, I thought I'm nearly going to kill this dragon. I'm going to get it. He just flew away and you're just like, all right, cool. Well, we're safe for now. This griffin came out there. I jumped on its back. I was like, don't worry, I got this. All of a sudden, it just transports me like halfway down the world. And I was like, oh my gosh, where is it taking me?
You see this, guys? You see it? I don't even know where it's taking me.
Our foe appears to have grown just
And this was the most fun part, just beating these enemies and these big monsters, finding different ways to use your pawns. Your pawns help so much. When I'm on top of a beast and I run out of stamina, they can catch you from falling to your death or help you to regenerate some health and stamina. I had another warrior or a thief in my team, so I had my mages that would attack from afar and help me out when I needed to. And then I had another warrior, someone on the front line. Sometimes my pawns just died.
too fast for you.
Like, to be honest, I didn't actually care because it just made me recruit another pawn. Let me try and get someone a bit more higher level. Let me try and change it up and maybe choose a different class. If your pawn does die, your second one that you design, it's fine. You can just revive them back at a riftstone. If any other people do die and you want to bring them back, all you have to do is go to the morgue, which I didn't realize for one little mission, which was quite hilarious because one of the missions wouldn't let me complete it because the guy died. Then I only realized go to the morgue and try and revive him. To revive someone, you need wake stones, or you need wake stone shards. You need 3 of those to make up a wake stone. And to be honest, these were very easy to find. Just make sure you keep exploring. A few times I had a dragon gaze and basically it will just put it on the map. It will tell you where these shards are. These were very easy to come by. Yeah, it wasn't hard at all. Just make sure you don't waste them on yourself unless it's an important battle. Just let yourself die as long as you've kind of auto-saved it at a campfire or anything like that. But moving over to something that we do need to talk about, and a lot of people did at launch, and that's the microtransactions. Microtransactions.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
I didn't feel the need to buy any microtransactions in the game. I don't know about you guys that played the game. At the start, when I was at the town, I was like, I need to rest. And it was like 2,000 gold. And I was like, oh, that's quite expensive. So it does make you think about, all right, maybe go do a mission. Because if you just do a few missions, you get a lot of money. I think now I've got like over 200,000 gold. And at the start, you just need to make sure that you use your money wisely. Some enemies in the game that you see, you can loot them. They drop a ton of money. But missions, you get a lot. But not only that, in the towns, you will be able to buy a house for like 30,000 gold. And it might sound a lot, but my gosh, that means that you don't have to keep paying 2,000 gold. And not to mention, you can sell old weapons, old gear. Just make sure if it's different classes, I made sure to put it in my storage in case I wanted to change my vocation. The only time I found this game frustrating is when I deviated massively and then I would choose to do a mission and then I realized, oh my gosh, I need to go over to the other side of the map. I was like, wow, this is quite long. And then I realized it isn't actually that long. If there was a easier fast travel in this game, it would ruin the game. Let me go to a town. Let me get an ox cart. You can just doze off and it costs like 200 gold or 150. Yeah, you might be woken up during the traveling time because there may be enemies attacking your ox cart, but once you've completed it, then you can doze off again.
Jump on if you paid.
Master. We have no means of escorting our enemies with you.
Try and go on ox cart when you can. And then I got there in about 10 minutes when on foot that probably would have taken about 20 minutes. When I did go on foot, I just enjoyed it because there was hidden caves, there was more loot, there were just random encounters with bosses and fights, and then I would just deviate. There would be sometimes some side missions. I would actually find a new town, and I was like, oh wow, I might as well just explore over here. Apart from those damn harpies. The game is beautiful. I love the graphics of the game. Beautiful game. Every 5 seconds when you're traveling, oh my god, there's enemies. You kill some enemies, you kill them. 5 seconds later,
Right there.
I ended up running past a lot of these enemies because I was just like, this is so long. These stupid goblins. The wolves were annoying as well. I just wanted to appreciate the game from time to time. Every 10 seconds to attack and the music was stopping and all of a sudden it's back again. That brings me to the performance, which was talked about a lot before this game was released or just as it was released. I noticed before that first update that came a few weeks ago, I noticed in the towns that the frame rates would drop quite a lot. More so in the towns, and also when there was multiple bosses. I think at one point there was a griffin and another big boss, and I noticed the frame rate drop. After that update, I thought the game was smooth. I thought it was around 40 FPS. I felt like there was a substantial improvement in the performance, and personally, I didn't find it a problem at all in the game after that. It's not an FPS shooter. The one thing I do notice, which is quite annoying, is the pop-in characters. The NPCs just pop in like anything, and they just disappear. Come on. How are you just disappearing in mid-air? An ox cart out of nowhere. Now, the reason why I think a number of you may not like the game is because of how patient you have to be. The pacing of the game is relatively slow because it just gives you the freedom to do what you want. Taking the time to walk across the world and take it all in. A lot of you may find that a lot boring and just like, oh, this is long. I just want to fast travel. You have to make sure you get back to a town. You need to rest. And then when you're going to a certain location, you need to make sure you have a camping gear or a camping thingamajig in your backpack so that you can go to a camp nearby. You can sleep there so you can regenerate health and also cook some steak. Oh my gosh, look at the steak. Looks delicious.
This game is offensive to vegans. How could they cook this stupid... Oh, my vagina.
Bit of salt. You can craft items in the world to make potions and buffs to increase stamina and health. You get other items like these books that will cast spells on enemies, which I didn't use too much, but there's different ways to approach the game, and you can use them to, add a lighting effect or lightning and stuff, which I should have used more. But it is a slow game. You have to make sure you listen to NPCs and note down what they're telling you. And some missions, which are quite amazing because they're timed. You may have to go at night, like saving this little boy. And I was like, if you don't go and find him this night, he will die. I just love this game because there is so much to do, so much to explore. Even though I've completed the game, I feel like there's more enemies and more secrets I haven't uncovered. Personally, if this game had a proper fast travel, which it does if you find port crystals in the game. What else you will find throughout the game is fairy stones. You can use these to travel from one port crystal to another, even though getting an ox cart is probably cheaper. But I do believe you can actually get up to 4 port crystals in the game, and you can put them wherever you want on the map. There was one town called Batal where there was no port crystal, or I didn't find one. You can find up to 4 where you can lay them down wherever you want. 4 is probably enough around the map to know that I can get to this town easy and get to this town. Obviously I didn't because I didn't find any. I don't think I did. I got to the end of the game, which isn't a spoiler. There's a dragon. This was an unbelievable battle. This was unreal. But at the end of the game, you can choose to do a new game plus. Straight away I was like, I want to do a new game plus. Go straight into it, change my vocation. But there was a bug in this game.
Well, that's more like it. Some bugs in some modern day games where we need a little bit. Someone who works at Ubisoft. Oh, we have a certain quota of bugs to meet in the game when it comes at launch. As well as making all our female protagonists as ugly as possible. It's standard.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, this actually pissed me off because I did this last boss twice. Because I looked online and someone was like, oh, just do it again and you should be fine. I did it again and it happened again. So I don't have an option for a new game plus, which really just pissed me off. So I've just gone straight onto Rise of the Ronin, which we've done it on stream. And even though I've played off stream, I'm slowly becoming bored of that game. I love the combat, but oh my gosh, I'm starting to get a little bit bored.
If you pre-order the Ultimate Vibranium edition of Star Wars Outlaws, then you can get 3 days early access to all our bugs and fixes, patches, access to the game. All you need to do is, it's like a mortgage approval. You need to prove that you are worthy of buying this game, if you can afford it.
What do you think about Dragon's Dogma 2? Will you buy it? What do you think of this video? I want to know what you think. So, drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. 15 co-op games to play on your PS5. Shout out to High Montage, or sometimes I call him High Montage. Resident Evil 5 is a fantastic co-op game. Gotta play that one at some point. Really appreciate the comment, and yes, I can't believe I forgot Resident Evil 5. I actually played that years ago. I think I was so young playing that game, but I got scared and I stopped playing. That's how scared I was. So yeah, I stopped playing that, but that is another co-op game, and hopefully they actually remake that game and don't change anything and think that, oh my gosh, it's there's something wrong, it's racist. These stupid ass companies. As of recording this video this morning, I platinum Days Gone, so that's my 6th platinum trophy. I'm on to Final Fantasy. I need to see. I'm not too sure about Rise of the Ronin. I need to carry on, but I'm feeling a bit bored. I like the combat, but we're gonna have to see. Goodbye.